Viewers and listeners, I welcome you to this channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about infusion rate. What is infusion rate? Have you noticed that sometimes you go to the hospital and your nurse will come and put something on you with some tubes, and they put needle in your skin and they hang something on a pole, and then all of a sudden some water is dripping or some liquid is dripping into your body? That is what we call infusion rate. Okay, the rate is the rate at which that water is going into your body. Do you understand it? And how often do you see those drips in your drip chambers dripping? Are your nurses doing the right thing to your body or not? The last time I came to Ghana, I experienced something. That is why I'm going to talk about it. Okay? Because sometimes these nurses will transfer their aggression on us. However, we are not responsible for their unfortunate situations. They have to blame the authorities for not providing them what they deserve, for not paying them the amount they require. Also, sometimes they forget that if they treat a patient well, that patient can help them or give them something as a reward. You are serving humanity, so regardless of the situation, you have to do it wholeheartedly so that the person under your care will not experience any unfortunate circumstances. Do you also know that sometimes the rate at which the medication drips into your body can cause problems to your body, including death? If you don't know, today you know. So I'm going to talk about the drip rate and how you will know that your drips are dripping the way it is supposed to drip. Question your nurses and your doctors. Hey doctor, does my medication supposed to drip this way? Is it dripping too fast or is it dripping too low? Based on my experience, you are more likely to see your medication dripping faster. It is because most of the health facilities in Ghana do not have infusion pumps, and most of those medications are going to drip by gravity. Dripping by gravity is not against any law, and it is a required practice in medicine. However, the nurse must know how to calculate those drip factors so that you will receive the required dripping rate to your body. The body belongs to you. It does not belong to the nurse or the doctor. So you need to be knowledgeable about what is happening to your body in the hospital. Also, what I realized the last time I came to Ghana was that the nurse who hung the IV line did not prime the IV line very well. So when I checked the IV line, I saw bubbles. Anytime you see bubble in an IV line, it means that there's an air in that IV line. Please question your nurse. Have your nurse remove that line to prime the line until there is no bubble in the line, because those small bubbles can be catastrophic to your health. Now that I've described what I'm about to do, let's consider a certain scenario to learn more about it. The physician orders an IV to infuse at 30 milliliters per hour. The nurse chooses a micro drip IV infusion set. Calculate the gravity flow rate for this IV. So this is like you have gone to a hospital and the doctor prescribed a medication for the nurse to be given to you through an IV line. There is no IV pump. So let's see how the nurse will calculate the rate at which he or she should administer the medication to you. Okay, so the gravity flow rate means we need to find the drops per minute, which is written medically as GTT per minute. Also, I want you to know that micro drip is equal to 60 GTT per ml. GTT means drops and ml means milliliters. Macro drip can be 10 drops per ml, 15 drops per ml, or 20 drops per ml. So the difference between a micro and a macro drip is that the micro drip is going to have very slow rate. Unlike the 10 or the 20 or the 15 is going to be a little bit faster, okay, more than the micro. So that's the difference. We are going to use dimensional analysis to handle this situation. I like using dimensional analysis because it is easy and it is less likely for you to make an error, unlike proportion. Let's see. You are going to write the 30 milliliters per hour and then you're going to multiply by the drop rate. The question said the nurse chose a micro drip. Because of that, we use 60 drops per ml. Then we are going to find drops per minute, so we have to change the hour to minute. So we get that conversion factor, which is 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. And then we cancel out, we do our calculation, and we get 30 times 60 over 60. So 60 cancels, and we get 30 GTT per minute. So if the nurse comes to your room to give the medication to you, the nurse must ensure that the drip chamber is dripping 30 drops per minute. How should the nurse calculate 30 drops per minute when he or she comes to your room? The nurse must have a stopwatch and then begin counting the drips in the drip chamber by opening the tube lock little by little until the drops begin to drip. Once it is dripping, the nurse will begin counting the drip per the stopwatch. Okay, so if the nurse is able to get 15 drops per 30 seconds, the nurse will multiply that drops by 2. Then that means the nurse got 30. The nurse can also count the whole 1 minute to see if he or she got the 30 drops. So that is how you would know that the nurse is doing the right thing. Also, which part of the tubing is called the drip chamber? Let's see something. The IV line looks something like this. The first one you see here is going to be your solution, and it can be a bottle or a bag. This portion here is what we call the drip chamber. So you will see that the medication is dripping, so you can even count it by yourself. However, you will not know the drop rate unless you ask your nurse. So if the nurse is not doing the right thing, you must ask. If you have some medical knowledge, it's going to help you. If not, still you have to ask, because whatever is going on into your body. You own your body. The nurse does not own your body. So please do not fear anybody at the hospital, and you must voice out. If anything happens to you, it happens to you. And you already know Ghana. They are going to tell stories and you're just going to die for free. Thank you for taking your time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something from it. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that we can grow this channel together.